Well, hello. This is Donna, and today I'm working with Rachel, and we are going to go into her tree, binary tree, and show her how the points work and how the money works as simply as possible. And I hope that it helps you at the same time. So now I'm going to share it to our group just because if we can kill two birds with one stone, that works for me. And so on. What are some of your questions, Rachel, while I'm doing this?
I'm still kind of wrapping my head around a little bit. I know we always want to add to the outside legs, but I've heard some say that you always want to add only to one side or the other, and I'm not sure if that's true. Number one, if so, why? Like always add to the left or always add to the right. That doesn't make sense to me because we want to you want to build binary. That's what binary means. It's two. So is basically just understanding more about how and why we position people where we position them.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's look at that and we'll go from there. Okay, I am going to go into your tree with your permission.
Sure.
I'm going to share my screen. Well, I thought I was. Interesting. I share my screen and then I'm going to here we go. All right, we are in your back office. We are still recording. That's helpful. There we go. Okie doke. All right, well, I'm in your back office, Rachel, with your permission. And let's just do this real quick. We have your home button, which this is your home button. Here's your store with all your products, maintenance plans, aromatherapy patches, nutritional supplements, skincare, sales tools. You upgrade there. Here's the commission button, which is basically everything that has to do with volume, points, money, including your pay portal that has to be set up in order for you to receive your funds. Organization is anything and everything that has to do with you, your personally enrolled team, your monthly, your downlines, orders, et cetera, et cetera. You can find anything you want there regarding anybody that you have enrolled or one of your partners has enrolled. These are events that has to do with LifeWave and their events that they have planned on webinars and sometimes live. Monthly shipment, of course, is how we remain active. And that is what allows us to earn money. Without a monthly shipment, we are not considered active and we're not working. So there's no reason for us to earn any income. And then you have to be enrolled, basically active on both legs in order to receive funds. Orders, you can find anything that has to do with your orders there. And resources has to do with marketing, anything that LifeWave has that they let us download and print and use. They have it there in multiple languages. They're all these tabs are worth exploring to figure out how to use your back office to the best ability for you. So now let's go into, we're in your tree, how I got there. Click binary tree. And here you are. Now let's just talk about this for a minute. Let's consider, we have two legs, this side and this side. When you enroll someone, you never, ever put a plus here. These little pluses, this inside leg is attached to this person's organization. This leg is attached to this person's organization. You only want to enroll on the bottom left and bottom right inside your own tree at all times. Otherwise, these little pluses that look so engaging and we just want to click everything to fill it up, you click on one of those little inside buttons, those inside pluses, you will be building someone else's organization
Mhm.
And though it will show personally enrolled by you because you are in your back office, you
Ah.
will find it on someone else's tree. So we don't want to do that. Okay. Okie doke. The other thing what's interesting about our company is this whole side, here's all this left side or right side, whichever way you're looking at, and this also, all these legs all over this side. Even if this person rolls people here, this person rolls people here on their legs, you will find all those points go up to you. You get paid on both legs. This is an unusual compensation plan, and that is why it is such a generous compensation plan, because we do get paid on both legs. Many people come into this company from other network marketing companies, and they're accustomed to working either binary or a different kind of leg system. And they say to me, okay, well, will you help me build this leg? I'm like, well, no, actually, we help you build both legs. And so that sometimes is surprising to someone because they're not accustomed to that. So we don't have weaker legs necessarily. We have an inside leg. We do have an inside leg, and anything that would be called weak is just because we don't have enough points on it yet. But my weakest leg has become my strong leg, and they go back and forth all the time, because there are people building on both sides of the legs. And some of them, I don't even know who they are, because they're under people who are under people who are under people who are under people. And I've never met them and don't even know their names, but they all contribute to my income, and they contribute to everybody's income up the tree, which is fascinating to me and fabulous. And so let's say we come in and Rachel says, hey, I would like to enroll someone today. We would go to organization. And though this enroll new looks so, appetizing, let's click enroll new. No, we do not want to click enroll new. We want to click on organization, and then we want to go all the way down to binary tree viewer. We're going to click on binary tree viewer to take you into an actual view of your tree. And then you're going to choose either bottom left or bottom right. Let's say you're choosing bottom left. Bottom left. This would be the plus that you click on your bottom left. Why? Because this is your part of your left leg. This here is not part of your left leg. Let me show you. So here's the end of your tree. Over here on this side, underneath that person, is where we're going to hit that plus way over there. But guess what? This person, this is this person's tree. This is this person's right leg. This is your left leg. All of these are all your left leg. But this is this person's right leg. Not your right leg. How do I know? If we go back to the top and we click bottom right, that's a different person than was on the bottom left. This is your right leg. This is this person's leg. And it may sound confusing in the beginning. That's why we say, you know what? You don't have to understand anything in the very beginning. Just please do what we say. And once you start earning income and you start getting people on your team, you'll get how it works and you'll see how it works. Not because we're trying to keep anybody in the dark. It's just, if you have to have understanding on every move you make, you will be paralyzed and you won't even move forward, and you won't engage people. You won't be sharing the product with anyone because you're having to understand everything. And if I had to understand everything, I would never have done anything, because I don't understand everything. I still have questions today as a presidential. So let's go back to the top, which is a great practice. Anytime you're going to enroll anyone, you start talking to somebody and you're on the bottom somewhere, but you forgot where you are. Just click back to the top and start over. That's the safest way to not build underneath someone else's organization. We're going to click bottom left. And here we are, bottom left, under this person. And when you click this plus, it literally takes you outside of your account as if someone else is enrolling. And that's what's happening. We open up our accounts for our new customers, our new brand partners. We open up their accounts for them. We assign their logins, their passwords on purpose to help them in their journey, to help them in their patching journey. And then we serve them and walk with them. And we help them know how to get into their own account and everything. And if they want to share patches, we help them with that. And we help them build an organization if they would like to do this as well. Here's your kit selection. You click the select button on whichever one, and that takes you into a whole area where you choose your patches, et cetera, et cetera. Today's training is about the binary tree. So I'm going to go back to the tree. And I'm going to go back to home. We are in Rachel's back office. So when Rachel started, let's go to her binary tree. When Rachel got her account, this is all there was. There's her beautiful face right there. That's it. That's all there was. But then Rachel found someone she wanted to share the patches with. So Rachel shared, and Rachel added one person on the far left, bottom left, and this was her bottom left at the time. Next time she enrolled one person on the bottom right, and that was where they landed here. And now all of a sudden she is what is called binary qualified. What does that mean? That means that as she begins to add people to her team on both sides, and the person who enrolled her adds people to her team on one of those sides, all those points go all the way up the tree. Every time anybody enrolls somebody, that person goes all the way to the bottom of the tree, and all those points count and go all the way up the tree. Even if there's 100 people, it goes through 100 people's accounts, and all 100 people get those points. That is a phenomenally generous compensation plan. Now, will all those people capitalize on that? No, not everyone wants to build a business. Not everyone wants to make money, but they go all the way up the tree, and they go all the way back to Rachel, and Rachel gets all those points. What points does she get? When she enrolls a silver, she gets 165 points at the moment. And then the next month, when the monthly shipment comes in, she gets those 77 points to 110 points. And all those points add up every month toward what is called cycling. The goal is to have points on both sides. One side is going to be half the other side, because you have a cycling of 660 on one side and a cycling of 330 on the other side, and you get a bonus from the company of $50 every time that happens in a week's time. And so what is so beautiful is that we get paid weekly. So you start over every Monday on a new cycling. So let's say this week, 10 people, Rachel enrolls 10 people, 5 on one side, 5 on the other side. She gets all those points. But guess what else happens? All those 2 people she enrolled went all the way down to the bottom of the tree on both sides, 5 on the far left, 5 on the far right, and all those 165 points of each one of those goes all the way up through every single solitary person she has enrolled, all the way up to her. That's like 600, 700 points at least. I'd stand and count them, but anyway, let's look at that real quick. Let's say they were all silver, so that's 165 times 5. That's 825 points went up on one side, 825 points went up on the other side because she enrolled 5 on one side, 5 on the other side. That's somebody wanting to make money and earn a business and share patches. But the next month is what we're looking for. The next month, we're looking for that X39 that she put in their monthly shipment. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for that 77 points to come up the tree next month on all those. So let's say she did that 77 times 5 next month. She'll have 385 points on one side and 385 points on the other side coming up next month. So on one side, the 330, she's already have half a cycle. She just needs 6. So she just needs a few more people enrolled on the other side that next month, that next week, in order to get points for the next month that will be monthly cycles. And I know you might be thinking, that made 0 sense to me, ma'am. I have no clue what you're saying. That is why you don't have to understand everything. The whole point is share the patches. You get paid a $50 bonus every time you share a silver, and they purchase a silver, you get $50 for that. You share a gold, you get $100 for that. And it goes on from there. And you get all the points that go with it, no matter wherever you go on the far left or the far right. So let's look at the hot sheet. Let's do that while we are doing this. Just a moment. Do you still see my screen? Can you point? Oh, good. I'm going to go in and find the hot sheet. The hot sheet is considered compensation. I've gone to our business site, which is startx39biz.com. And I am going to the 14 steps of success, going down to the tab that's called compensation, and hitting the hot sheet. Keep in mind that I already have a video for this in our group, and in our video, I have given you a link for all the forms that you need to use to have your business. So here we are. When you enroll a silver, you get $50 bonus right that moment, and you get 165 points. You see that, right? If you enroll a gold, you get 275 points, and you get $100. If you enroll a platinum, you get 350 points, which is awesome volume, and $150 as a bonus. You enroll a diamond, you get 610 points, and you get $200. And I will tell you right while we're sitting here talking about compensation, when you enroll a diamond, if you're not already a diamond, then the diamond goes to the next person. So the diamond PIB would go to the person who enrolled you and whatever she's qualified for, and whatever's left over would go to the person who enrolled her and whatever she's qualified for. That is how that would work. So the money doesn't just lay around somewhere and not everybody gets the money. No, the company has integrity and the money just goes up. But if you had a diamond, if you had purchased a diamond 6 months from now, you would get that money. Now listen, when you purchase a diamond from the get-go, like when you purchase it, you have 14 weeks where you get extra money from the company. You get paid as a senior director. And the senior director's payment plan is a little bit different than a manager or a director. And so you get paid $300 for every platinum, and you get paid $500 for every diamond. And the reason the company does that is so that in that 14 weeks, if you want to build a business, if you're wanting to build a business, if you're wanting to share it, if you're wanting to really hit it hard and work several hours a day and truly start sharing it and get your feet off the ground in your business, then along the way, as you get paid for that $500, your $500, you enroll diamonds, you get that money back that you invested in your diamond. It is an actual investment in your business, and it's for the purpose of really moving forward. And in that 14 weeks where you get paid that amount of money, also, you don't have an auto ship for 2 months. So they take that in mind when you purchase a diamond. So for instance, let's say you purchased a diamond today, Rachel. You upgraded to a diamond today and you want to hit it, let's just say. Those points would start today. And so you would not have an auto ship. Let's see, what's today, the 2nd? You would not have a monthly shipment coming in next month on July 2nd or July 1st, whichever, nor would you have one August. It would start in September. You'd have that amount of time not having to have the volume going up the tree, which as a manager or even a diamond, you have to have 110 personal volume, which is 1 X39 and 1 support sleeve equals 110 personal volume. You have any questions? Unmute, baby.
I mean, there it is. Okay. Yeah. So when you were saying if I have a gold, and if I've sold a diamond pack to someone, that 200 points, does that all go to me, or does that I get part of that and some of it rolls up to the next? I wasn't real clear on that.
As a gold, you get the points.
Okay, but the cash.
You get paid this PIB of $200.
Okay. What was it that you were saying rolls up? I would only get a certain amount of it. And what was that? Did I miss something?
I appreciate it. No. So there's $500 on the table right there.
Oh, I see.
You don't get the 500 because you have not reached that level.
Okay. So I get the 2 and the 3 rolls up.
Yes.
Got it.
So if the person who enrolled you doesn't qualify for that, they won't get it. If the person who enrolled them qualifies, they would get it.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes. So of that 200, I mean, of that 300 that's rolling up, does the next person up get any percentage of that if they're not fully qualified, or does it just roll the whole 300 up to the next diamond?
It just rolls all the way up to the next.
Got it. Okay. Got it. Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
If they're a diamond, they would get it.
Okay.
So the reason that's important is because I'll have people ask me, well, where does the money go? Well, the money gets paid out. Even if you're not the one who gets it, it does get paid out to someone, which to me is a lot of integrity. Yeah. Any other question?
Not right now. We're good.
So when you look at the, it says why a diamond pack is a good business investment. It goes through 3-month active auto ship included with diamond pack. Sell 3 diamond packs, you receive your investment back. Your price also goes down to $84 for each X39 instead of $99. You're paid a senior level director for 14 weeks. And so it is actual investment. I remember when I first did that, I made a run for senior director and I didn't make it. But I made a run for it. And it was fun to do it. And I earned income while I did it. I just didn't make it to senior director. I did the next time I worked it. I did the next time. I just didn't do it that very first time. So, but it was fun doing it. You learn a lot in the process. When you're building a business, you're learning what you're doing and how you're doing it. You're trying to figure it out. You're making a lot of mistakes along the way, but you're doing some good along the way. And somebody said to me once, you can never say the wrong thing to the right person. That really has given me a lot of peace, because you beat yourself up sometimes like, man, if I'd have said this, if I'd have said that, gosh, wow, I wonder if they knew I cared about them. All those things go through our brain, So let's shoot down to the commission real fast. We were talking about cycling earlier. Cycling is basically your residual income. The cycling is when I talk to you about how when you have 330 points on one side and 660 points on the other side, these are monthly shipments that come up that week, then you get a $50 bonus from the company. So just imagine if you had 10 times 330 and 10 times 660. Why don't you add that up for me while I'm talking? 10 times 330 and 10 times 660 in a week. And so here we are. When you're binary qualified, you can make up to $100 a week in commission. Binary qualified just means you have one person enrolled on the far left, one person enrolled on the far right. That's it. You can make up to $100 a week. Now, why would you not make more? Well, you need to go further to the next rank in order to make more than up to $100 a week. But let's say you only enrolled 2 people, but they took off and they enrolled a gazillion people and they became managers and directors, but you never went past your 2 people enrolled far left, far right, and that's it. You would still only earn up to $100 a week because you're not working your business. They're working their business. They get the income for what they're doing. You don't get the income because you're not doing anything yet. But if you become a manager, which means you've enrolled 2 or more silvers on the far left and 2 or more silvers or more on the far right, and they're all active, they're all in their monthly shipments, you can earn up to $1,500 a week. And think, well, how is that possible? That's possible because there are people that are in their organizations that are sharing it with other people, who are sharing it with other people, who are sharing it with other people. And all those points come up to they land to the bottom and they go all the way up their tree, all the way up to you, and you get access to all those points. And that's where, what's 10 times 330 on the far left?
3,300.
Okay, what's 10 times 660 on the far right?
6,600.
Okay, now, what is 330? So what's 10 times 50?
$550.
That would be, you would get $550 bonus with those points. Now, that doesn't mean that you enrolled all those people. Remember, it's all the monthly shipments coming up the tree, right? So Susie Q, you enrolled Susie Q. Susie Q enrolled John. John enrolled, Sally. And so on and so on. All those points are coming up this side and this side. You get all those points. And as long as you are a manager or more, you get the bonus points, the bonus money from all those points.
One of the things I love about this, Donna, is I've been in other network marketing or direct sales. And what's different about this is that the points, as they come up the tree, they don't dwindle. They don't, like one of the organizations I was with, the money, like there was X amount of dollars for every sale, and the person who sold it got a percentage, the person above them got a percentage, and it went up 2 or 3 generations, and that was it. The same 77 points that 10 people down get, the next person gets the same 77 points. It's the same 77 points. There's not just 77 points that get spread out over 10 people. It's 77 points for every single person up the tree.
That's right.
Yeah. I love that.
That's
what makes it a generous compensation plan.
Yes. I love that. And so let's just look at it in a practical way. So normally, always a manager has to do at least 110 in personal volume, right? So many people are going to have 110 in personal volume, whether they're a manager or not, because they're going to at least do the X39 and possibly the Eon, something like that, right? So do you notice how the 330 is divided by 110 equal 3? 110 times 3 is 330. 110 times 6 is 660. So when you are helping people be on monthly shipments that are equivalent to that, that is helping with cycling with everybody in your organization. Now, keep in mind, remember, let's go up here real quick. We're talking about points. This is good. Let's say they were all golds. Let's just be extravagant, shall we? So what's 275 points times 3 on the left?
825.
Says 825 points on the left this week if you did 3 goals on your left.
Mhm.
And what if you did 5 goals on the right, 6 goals on the right? What if you did the same thing? Or maybe you did 5 silvers, whatever.
Mhm.
It's all those points gives you the opportunity to cycle and earn these points,
Mhm.
this money. And that's why it's an actual income and not just sales. You know, it's an actual way of serving and helping people stay on the product long enough for them to see the benefits. We'll use, what do? We use them 1 month for every 10 years of life where we can see a vascular shift. And then it moves into something akin to age reversal. But in the meantime, it's detoxing. It's helping your body remove inflammation. It's helping you basically get a younger inside so that your inside responds from a healthier and younger space, like we fought when we were kids. You know, our kids shook stuff up usually pretty easily when we were little, but not so much sometimes when we're older because the stem cell activation is so limited, or our stem cells are so limited. So when we activate our own, things start moving. So I'm putting that in this because you want to help your brand partners remain on the product long enough to see the benefits. And if they don't see an experience, you need to lean them into the science so they stand in the science and not just on their symptoms. And that will help keep money generating up the tree. Why is money important? I'll tell you why. Because some people are trying to feed their families. Some people are keeping lights on. This isn't just some cute little, oh, I'm trying to earn money for this. And this is, hey, some people literally are relying on this as their income. So it's important that once you decide you want to build a business, that you continue building the business. And all the business is sharing it with other people and helping and talking with the people that work with you to help them help you share it, so that you're leveraging you and you can reach more people than just you could reach, so that everyone benefits. Because one, like if I'm not the only one who has access to you, Jennifer helps you. I've included your name to other people so you can reach out to them. Why? Because I don't need you just dependent on me. I want you, I don't want people to just be dependent on you. I want them to also have other resources. So together, oh my goodness, it takes a village, whatever. So together, we're working together to help one another in our health and in some cases in our wealth. Okay. From a financial plan, I think that's really good. I can go into matching bonuses if you want me to. You know, your whole goal, if you're doing this for income as well, is to cause every person that you've personally enrolled to cycle at least 6 times. So what is 6 times 50? It's 300. So your goal, Rachel, is to help the people on your left and your right who want to earn income, help them share it with enough people so that they're cycling at least 6 times, one on the far left, one on the far right. That means they'll become a manager. That's what that means, by sharing it with enough people. And then them helping them remain on the patches long enough to see the benefits. And then they're helping people and they're helping people, etc. And that's where the income comes in. That's where ranks come in. That's where it moves from structure to points, and yet we still maintain structure and et cetera, et cetera. So in the beginning, that's why we don't go through a lot of detail, because it could be overwhelming. There's so many people in this particular company who have never done network marketing before. I was one of them, who'd never, quote unquote, sold anything before. And it's because in this company, you don't have to sell. You're just really educating. You're sending out links so people can be independent on what they're looking at. And then you're opening up accounts for people to help them improve their health. It's really that simple. This is not sales. And if somebody says no, they think you're trying to sell them, you know, you just let them know that's fine. I'm just here to help you with your health. If you don't want help, that's okay. And you just keep moving. You go for no until somebody sees it, right? And so be encouraged in your journey, Rachel. So our goal, you're already a manager and you stayed strong as manager. And now your goal, of course, will be to go through your tree and to ask if there's anyone that would be willing to start sharing it. And listen, if they want to share, but they don't want to earn the income, but they're willing to share, that's when you get to say, listen, I'd love to reach your community. I'd love to help them with their health because this is the truth. And I'm happy to split with you my bonuses, or ever so often slip you a sleeve of something that you would want to use. And that's how you still work with someone's community. And it's kind of like a finder's fee, right? Or a bonus, real estate, don't they have that? You
get a referral fee. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a referral fee. And just put in your taxes, write it down, and keep trucking. So anyway, did this help you? Can you tell me what you think about this? Can you explain it?
It helped a lot. I think I'm starting to understand more. Now, the part here about the gold and platinum, how that funnels up makes a lot more sense. I got that. I'm solid on that. I think I've wrapped my head around now that on the tree where we always go, like you said, bottom left, bottom right, depending on, here's what you can answer. How does someone know, do I need where to put them on my left or on my right?
Good.
How do you know where to position people? And
yep.
it's not always what necessarily makes sense right off the bat. Sometimes it's a little counterintuitive. I guess you have to think about what your goal is and what you are trying to accomplish with placement. Does that make sense?
Well, it does. I'll tell you just a second. Let me get back in your account. Can you see my can you see your account again?
Yes.
Oh, good. Okay, well, let's look at that. Do you see your points?
Yes.
So I want you to take that left number, 1167. That's the larger number, right?
Yes.
So the larger number is the one that you put you divide it by 660. Remember, so
yes.
The cycling money is all about your bonus money, right? Those numbers, left volume, right volume, is all about the bonuses. So take that 1167, divide it by 660, and tell me what you got.
1.77.
Okay, okay, now take your right volume, divide 308 by 330.
0.93.
So bottom line is you have not cycled once on your smaller number yet.
Right. I need to hit that 330 mark.
Right. So what you do now is when you enroll the next person, so you are on the what side are you on with Jen?
Left.
Okay. So your left side is actually your strong side. You can tell that by your numbers. Your right side is the side that you will be building by yourself. Jen helps you with the left side, and you help with the right side. So you're the top of your tree on the right side. Jen's the top of your tree on your left side.
Okay.
Does that make sense to you?
Kind of. I'm a visual. I'm trying to write that. So
okay. Yep. This is so good. I'm glad we decided to do this. This is fun.
Okay.
And it's more real training, real life training versus just doing something that's so perfect. And people are like, I'm glad it's perfect for you, but I'm clueless.
Okay. I think it just clicked. Okay. So
you tell me and I'll tell you what you.
Okay. So one of the reasons that my left side is stronger is because I have a couple of people over there who are trying different types. They're ordering more stuff than just the one patch. They're trying new patches. They're adding on to their monthly. They're buying more stuff. That's one of the reasons, because they're as their points. The other reason is because Jen, as I'm on her left, so as she enrolls people down on her left, and they come up through me, even though I have nothing to do with them. But as she enrolls people on her right, that's totally separate from me. I'll never see that. But anybody that she enrolls on her left, their points come up through me.
Go, Rachel. Go, Rachel. You got it.
I got it. Finally.
Hey, okay. Well, look at this little, can you see this?
Yes.
Pretty much what you just said.
Okay.
It's the inside legs. Here's
Uh-huh.
a leg, here's a leg, but then all these little lines are those people were enrolled, but then these are their inside legs.
Mm-hmm.
Their inside legs. So you never put anything on these inside legs.
Mm-hmm.
So you were, let's say you're here, and this is your leg here. You become the top of this leg, but Jen is the top of this leg. What you just
Okay.
is perfect.
Okay. So if, let's say, for instance, I have my friend Deborah, who's she's near the top, not at the top, near the top of my left leg. If when she shows up on my tree, can you go back to my tree?
Mm-hmm. Oh, when she starts sharing, if she shares, she'll become the top of her tree as well.
I understand that. Okay, so go down just a little bit. Okay, well, let's just say, okay, let's take this person on there, Karen. Okay, can you scroll down just a tad?
Let's do this one since we know.
Okay, that's fine. Can you scroll down just, okay. So on this person, right below him, below Tom, is my right leg going to I. There's another person enrolled by me. If Tom starts to build, his people are going to be showing up right where your cursor is right there, right?
Yep.
Whether they're left or right for him, it doesn't matter. They're still going to show up here, there. Is that right or no?
Well, actually, this is
Whoever shows up right there. I'm not going to fill it, but who does show up there?
correct. So when this person shares,
Mm-hmm.
this is his right leg, and this is left leg. This is he shares the right leg with you.
Okay.
And you will not share this left leg with him.
Right.
But everyone he enrolls will share that left leg with him. And then that left leg for him eventually will become strong as well.
Okay. So
so this is you.
Can you click on him?
This is you.
Yeah.
This is the leg you're on, which is your strong leg.
Mm-hmm.
You were placed there.
Mm-hmm.
You are the head of this leg.
Mm-hmm.
Every person over here that enrolls people, all those points go up to you. Excuse me. Jennifer is the top of this leg.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Jennifer has enrolled you. So she's the top of this leg because she placed you there.
Mm-hmm.
But this was your other leg.
Mm-hmm.
Inside that tree I showed you. Right here. Let's look at the tree.
Mm-hmm.
And that your right leg is this inside. And she will never put anybody on that inside leg for you ever.
Okay.
But guess who will? Everybody on this side of your inside leg, this leg, all these points go up the tree to you.
Mm-hmm.
And they go up to the tree to them. Still the same principle.
Mm-hmm.
The difference is Jennifer is not on top of this tree. That's why you ask someone they want to build a business, do they really want to build a business? Because if they enroll someone who really wants to run a business and they don't want to contribute to the tree, then they're going to be stopped and they won't be able to cycle as easily.
Mm-hmm.
Because your contribution matters.
Yeah, it does. Okay.
So this is his leg.
Mm-hmm.
This is her leg. This is her leg. His leg.
Okay, so if Tom there enrolls someone on his left leg,
Yep, that's this plus.
that's the person that's going to show up right there.
Yep.
Okay, and when he enrolls somebody on his right leg, where do I see them on my tree? Or
It's
do
going to land all the way down here at the bottom of the tree.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay. Okay.
Because all these points count all
Got
the way
it.
to the tree to get to you. They
Got
also
it.
go here and here and here. They don't
Okay.
they don't go down here. They go over here on his right leg.
Gotcha.
That's why he can't just go click on this button. This is not his tree. He goes
Got it.
all the way down.
Okay.
You have to be inside his tree to even push click left or click right.
Right.
But
Got
if
it.
we went into his account, guess what it would show? It would look like this.
Mm-hmm.
There'd be nobody on the left and nobody on the right for him. Why? Because he hasn't enrolled anybody anyway.
Exactly. Okay. Got it.
Yes, you with me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so whenever you go into your account and you want to enroll somebody, we never go enroll new.
Mm.
And let me just tell you something, enroll new is like enrolling somebody from your phone. So let's just do this now while we're sitting here, since this is actual training. Let me just show you something. Go up to this, go up to here and go to change settings. Go up to the top right where your name is, click on change settings.
Mhm.
And let's say you couldn't have your computer, but you had somebody you might want to enroll today. And let's say you wanted to go into your LifeWave InTouch app to enroll them.
Mhm.
Your account needs to be set so that they go where you want them to go.
Yep.
So how you do that is you go all the way down to the bottom of your settings and you tell it where you want it to go. So right now you're set on strong leg outside. In other words, it's just going to go on the next, whatever strong, it's just going to go far left. It's going to go on the far outside somewhere.
So right now it would go to the left because that's my strong leg, right?
Yeah, but that could change tomorrow.
Right. But as of right now,
Right.
this moment, it would go to the
Question is,
left.
yep. But the question is, do you want it to go on your, or do you want to cycle? So because you want to cycle, you know already, oh, if you are talking to somebody like, you know what, and they seem kind of independent and they just don't want to work with you or whatever, if they want their product, there are a few of those, not many of them, but there are a few that want to snap attitude. I would click on build right.
Yeah, I see that. Okay.
So I'm going to put that for now, because next time you want it to be, you want to enroll them on the right. Now, listen, if they are, since you're building a business, you're going to keep adding, this is fine. But
Mhm.
let's say you enrolled someone, single mom, can't pay their bill. These are thoughts and ideas, y'all. I'm not trying to tell you what to do, but single mom, can't pay their bills, is gonna need the cycling support.
Mhm.
Even though you might miss out on the $50, but they really want to earn a business, they really, really want to, I would put them on the far left and let them run.
Mhm.
They may end up not doing it. They may find it too hard.
Mhm.
And it might be, dang, I missed on $50. But if you need the $50, it's okay to put them on the inside, on the other, where you want it. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have to look at that,
Sure.
because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if there's people enrolled or not. If somebody really wants it, they'll do it.
Mhm.
Okay. That's the
That's
real
true.
truth. You really
That's
want
true.
it. So I'm going to leave that on right.
Okay.
Just remember that, and you know how to change it now.
Mhm.
Okay. So tell me what you learned, and we'll stop this taco truck.
Well, I've learned some of this, some of it I already knew, but I've learned a little bit more detail on it. So we always want to go where we add somebody through the web through the back office. We don't want to go add new. We want to go down to the binary tree viewer and hit bottom right or bottom left. We make an educated decision based on where we stand on our points at that moment. Where's
Yep.
the best place to put them?
Yep.
And it went left or right. And that I learned a little bit more about how the points cycle up
Mhm.
and how far they cycle. It's an indefinite, if I understand it, it's an indefinite to the top. So
Well,
literally
actually,
hundreds of people can be getting points off of what I do.
in your tree. Now,
In my
I'll tell
tree,
you,
yeah.
when it gets to the person who enrolled you,
Mm-hmm.
I enrolled them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get her points, but I get a percentage of her.
Oh, okay.
But
That's
I personally
okay.
enrolled her, so I get 25% of everything that comes up to her. I get 25% off of it.
Okay.
My second generation,
Mm-hmm.
I get 20% from you.
Okay.
So what I want is, I want the person who enrolled, I want any of my first generation cycling 6 times.
Mm-hmm.
This is your goal with
Okay.
each person. Get them to a place where they're sharing enough, where they're cycling 6 times each week. When they're cycling 6 times,
Mm-hmm.
get 20% of everyone that's underneath them.
Okay.
But if
Okay.
they're not cycling, you don't get third generation match unless you're cycling 6 times.
Okay.
That's
Good to
you
know.
access it. And
Okay.
I did not know that. I just learned that at a leadership retreat. For those of you who watch this and you're like, well, la, 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 listen, I'm a presidential and I literally have been telling people some wrong things. I thought, oh, let me tell you what I thought. So I thought that here's our tree. I thought that here's or I'll just draw it out real quick. I'll just do it real quick. Cause I'm telling you, when you see the generosity, you don't want to go work at the HEB. Not that there's anything wrong with the HEB. There's not.
Mhm.
There's not. And some people are not cut out for this kind of business. But if they transition their skill set to this, they would see that they're cut out for this business. This is no different business than any other kind of business. It really isn't that different. It's
Right.
just you have to do it and nobody's telling you what to do unless somebody like me and you work with to coach, I can help you. So I'm just going to tell you, here's top of the tree. One, I'm going to do a 1. I'm going to do 2, and I'm going to do a 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Here is, see it? 1 generation, 2 generation, 3 generation.
Mhm.
Okay. I thought, according to what I saw on the hot sheet, I thought the first generation, I get 20% off the top, and I do. But I thought whoever they enrolled had to cycle 6 times in order, and whoever they enrolled, I had to cycle 6 times to get 20%. That's what I thought. And then I thought the third person that they enrolled, I couldn't get that until I cycled 10 times and they cycled 6 times.
Wow.
I thought it was the third person down that wasn't even enrolled by me. I thought that for almost 2 years, guys. So don't assume you know everything about anything because I was so confident. And then at our leadership retreat, I'm like, wait, what'd you just say? And she's like, la, la, la. I'm like, no, go back. I said, so are you telling me? Say that again. So anytime your person that you personally enrolled, one on the far left, on the far right, is cycling 6 times, you get 20%. I'm like, oh, I didn't understand that at all.
Wow.
But you see the difference, the financial difference?
Sure. Yeah.
Now, granted, I should have known that by looking through the finances, but I'm not so good at that. So anyway.
So that's cycling 6 times then. If I'm your second generation down, and if I cycle 6 times in a week, that's $3,300. No, wait. $30 to me. You would get 20% of, is that right? 6.
Where do you, no.
Okay. 6 times is 300.
Oh, I get 20% of you.
Okay. So 6 times is $50. 3 times, 6 times, right? 300.
Girl, don't ask me. I made F in accounting.
If I'm cycling, every time I cycle, I get $50, right?
Every time you cycle 660,
I get $50.
Yeah.
Okay, if I do that 6 times in a week, that's 300.
Correct.
To me.
Correct.
Every time I do that 6 times in a week, then the next person up would get 25% of that, or 30?
Correct.
25.
Correct.
And then the person above that person, which is you, would get 20% of that 300.
As long as I have someone on my far right side that I personally enrolled is cycling 6 times. I did not personally enroll you.
Oh, so the person who enrolled me would get 25 or 20.
They would get 25% regardless
Okay.
of what they're cycling. They get 25%
of what I'm cycling.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't get 20% of anybody. Or 20 gazillion generation, unless I have somebody who's personally enrolled on that far right side that is at least the 6 times. That's why your goal for you is to help your personal enrolls cycle
6. Got it.
But the way that works is by helping them share.
Yes.
It's still always about somebody else. It's still always about sharing. It's never just, if you enrolled 100 people on the left and 100 people on the right and they never shared anything, you would get that cycling. But if they don't ever share, you don't get 20%. You get 25% off the top of anything, yes,
Yeah.
of their monthly or their packages. But if nobody ever that you personally enroll cycles 6 times, in other words, if nobody goes to work to share it, you will make nothing.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I see it now. Okay.
It's still very generous, isn't it?
Yes.
So good. All right. Any other
It's
questions?
generous, but it's not a handout. There is work.
It is not a
We,
handout. That's
we
why,
have to, yeah, work the business. Yep.
yes. Oh my gosh. And that's why you have to at least be binary qualified and they have to be active. You cannot, if you have two people, one person enrolled on the left and one person enrolled on the right, and they're both having a monthly shipment, then you are binary qualified.
Mhm.
But if one of them falls out and you got lots going on in here and you got lots going on up here and those points are still coming up, but, or there's nothing's happening. Or let's say this person's enrolled a gazillion people, but they are no longer active, but their points still come up, but you don't get any of it.
Wow.
Because you have to be binary qualified. You have to work. You have to share. You have to share.
Mhm. That's right. That's right.
I don't know why I had this hiccup, this whole mental block. Because it's like, well, I want to make, it's kind of like back in the day in a church situation, men preach, but women share. It's like I've still got this block about, well, you're just sharing, you're not selling. No, people get to pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
And they get to improve their own health.
Mm-hmm.
And I know some people don't have a pot to pee in, but they're figuring it out because they see this is the most viable help they have in the next 10 years.
That was me. Mm-hmm.
You know what we might do? I was thinking we would do that another time. Let me close this for now.
Sure.
And what we talked about, I was thinking it would be a blessing for you to share a reset we talked about. I thought maybe we could do that another day. Anyway, bless you. Thank you. You sure have no other questions. Was it clear as mud or was it clear as glass?
Clear as glass. Yes.
Yay!
Yes. It makes a lot more sense to me now. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're so welcome. I'm so glad we could do it. I'm very, very grateful. I think that, okay, I'm just going to close our time in talking about getting binary qualified.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't really go into depth on becoming a manager, but we did enough in generality. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually place in this link under the guides, I'm going to place a link to where Dr. Stacy and Peter went over the
Compensation plan.
compensation plan a few weeks ago. It was excellent.
It is. Yeah.
Have you watched it?
Yes.
It's so clear. It goes into detail without being so overwhelming, but it's clear. Stacey's
A really good breakdown.
it was. I'm going to put that link there so people you can click on it, and you can go to it, watch this, get some idea of how the shipments work, and then watch that for the specifics. And I think you'll be good to go. And we are all here to support you. Whoever watches this, please heart it when you watch it. Put your name down below. If you have a question, tell me your question, and one of us will pop in to answer.
Sure.
Stop the recording. Yay, blessings.